Hi everybody. So hello students, and again Deepak Sharma in front of you. Well, I'm already a chartered accountant, company secretary, MBA from NMIMS. Well, I don't have to introduce myself. What is more important, I'm here right now because tomorrow, 8th of November, is the taxation paper, and I know that all were waiting for this paper to come. So anyways, you people are appearing for your CA inter exams. I know taxation is one of the favorite subject for many of them, but for few of them they still find difficult in few of the concepts in taxation. Well, this is a small video I have shoot today on 7th of November. My 2-3 points which I have to keep, rather I have to keep in front of you people, in front of students. So when you are appearing for tomorrow's CA inter taxation paper, students, what all things you have to keep in mind. So these are out of my personal teaching experiences, whatever I had from past 10 to 12 years, more than that in fact. There are a couple of things which you have to remember. So the moment when you get this answer sheet in your hand, okay, I know all people they start appraising God, their respective religion God, whatever. Okay, few of them have the habit of writing something on the center of on the top of the paper. That is all okay. Okay, one thing which very important, once you get the question paper and you get the question paper, section A, section B, so everyone knows that this is a tax paper. I don't have to discuss about the model. You will begin with section B first. Again, I repeat, you have to begin your taxation paper, your answer sheet. In the top, you have to begin with section B first, that is GST part. So at the center, once you give the heading section B, GST, begin with section B part first from your question paper. In section B, that is GST part, tomorrow I am expecting out of this 40-mark question paper of GST, okay, obviously for CI, PCC people it is for 50-50. So the paper bifurcation we all know. I am expecting, and one more, this as far as MCQ question is concerned. If you are sure of MCQ questions, then only attempt those questions. If you're not sure, please keep it idle for the end of the paper. Okay, I'm repeating, don't leave the question. Leave the question not attempting and attempt it at the last if you're not sure for that answer. Okay, so for out of suppose ABCD 4 options, you're getting confused whether it is option A or option B or maybe C or D. Then skip those questions. First complete the entire, okay, complete the entire paper, and by end of the paper you will realize that those questions got recollected and you'll get the answer. Okay, so first confidently attempt only those MCQ questions where you have confidence. Secondly, first complete all those practical questions, then attempt the theory part. So suppose in question number 8, A part is practical for 6 mark and 4 mark is for theory. So I'll say that first attempt 8A, that is question 8 sub question A, practical part. Complete the entire practical question and write in the answer sheet itself 8 section, that is question 8 and subsection B. Leave the space for that theory part. For example, a question comes, explain the term casual taxable person or NRTP, non-resident taxable person. Now you know the answer, but don't write theory when you are attempting only practical. This will increase your speed, okay? Because when you start writing theory in between practical sums, then it takes time. It is a time-consuming process. So I have one request, whether it is income tax part or it is GST part. For income tax, suppose there is a house property question where 2 columns are given for flat 1, flat 2 and some details are given. Whether it is self-occupied, whether it is let out or it is a vacant case or it is a let out, a deemed let out case, these all provisions you must be knowing. What I am saying is, first complete the entire practical part of the practical aspects of the entire paper, whether it is in section A or section B. So first we'll begin with section B, attempt all those practical questions, leave the spaces for theory in between, and then attempt section A part, income tax practical questions, leave the space for those theory. Okay, and then later on, once you start writing theory, then just write only theory and theory part so that none of the single practical question is left out. Okay, but don't do like this. Never do like this. This is a blunder. Never do like this, that first you are completing all the practicals part and then all theory is done later at the end on the last pages. Sorry. So question 8A is practical and 8B is theory. So first complete 8A practical, leave this space for 8B theory, and then attempt question number 9 or question 3 or question 1, whatever. Got it? Leave this space in between for theory. Don't do all practicals at one place, theory at another place by giving proper question number. Don't do that, because it creates effort for an examiner to check where which question is being there. So don't mingle up the questions. Mixture of question not allowed. Question 8A done. Leave this space for 8B, or maybe it is 8C as 2-mark theory question. Leave that space. Go for question 9. Okay. So this is one thing I have to say. And secondly,